It's now time to select your team. Do you want? And now you'll choose where to start your journey as a coach. Head coaches progress against goals on both sides of the ball, while coordinators will only progress on their respective side. Whichever role you choose, you will have new opportunities provided to you during the season via the coaching carousel based on how your team fares. Here, you'll choose to create a coach of your own or use any. Now it's time to choose your coach archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What is the most important thing to you? Acquiring players, maximizing player development, or putting your team in the best position to succeed? Congratulations, it's time to sign your first coaching contract. Make sure to pay attention to the Few places are richer in tradition, more steep in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see, the Yukon Huskies taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Yukon will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Ohio State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football. And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 40, just steamrolling his way through. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right, they get him in space using his speed. Good play call. Makes the grab. It's Belly. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
The play action fake. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4.
Yo, we'll take
After
it.
putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
See what this defense is, though.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again.
Yeah.
He's knocked
Let's
down
go. Make a name for yourself, boy.
Listen, I know
get
there
it.
are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, the expressway is wide open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Huskies are flying down the field. Looking for space. It's Robinson. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Just feeds the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
UConn will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He's got 43 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some.
A shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I bet the QB is steaming because he did an awesome job. He drops back, and he can tell he's got the matchup he wants on the outside. He's got an open receiver, throws it to him. Great ball right through his hands. Missed opportunity for a big play. Missed opportunity for a touchdown.
They'll try to run for it. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They're trying to get to it, and they'll knock him down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
Now the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
I'd like to see a little more creativity here with respect to the route running and play calling to help get these receivers open. Right now in that last play, they didn't do anything to work away from the defenders.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UConn going back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Give to the single back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Open.
And he's running in the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nevada dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Pocket starts. And here's a fumble. And that's going to be a safety. They prevented the touchdown by falling on it, but they'll give up the deuce.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Returner is brought down at the 28. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes his connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Okay,
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from your coaches, but nothing too big.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying play action. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And they try try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Now on 1st down from the 30. Give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. On the run, it's Robinson.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
He leaves it with the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A couple of extra tight ends on the field. Is 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UConn! Well, well, well. Somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And the extra point is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job at play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Brown wants to pass. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. UConn going back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see what they've got on second down. The aerial assault continues. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
First down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's McDonald. Getting some heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. UConn quick to the line. He's back to throw on second down. Works the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Trying to get to it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. UConn will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Coleman. Really by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UConn going back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. UConn will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athlete.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was
got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. To the air. It's Fuller. Gets rid of it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by just 1 over Fresno State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick handoff.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up for it.
UConn will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Leaves it with the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Quarterback moving. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I love the design by this offense. A great job rolling your athletic quarterback outside of the pocket to the left. Get him on the move. Get him away from the defense. Don't have him standing in the pocket. And now I give him a choice. Can he run it or does he throw it? He has an option. It's kind of a pass run option.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Across, he is smashing people. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry-up. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll run it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The UConn offense goes back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Grab near the marker. It's Bell. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's McDonald. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Puts him in the spin cycle. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. The throw. Got it in the middle. It's Thurman. Still running at the 40. Smashes ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Give to the running back. Bulls his way forward. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw. It's Fuller. It's complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UConn going back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
With the catch, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. UConn will have to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every...
He's loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
To the air, it's Fuller. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. And here we are in the 4th quarter. And they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
He's not afraid to go deep. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll leave it with him. And the Buckeyes will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes
just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He wants to throw here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. UConn will have to punt it away. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air, it's Fuller. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They want that clock to run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Give him 109 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give on the inside. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Fuller. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
And this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach. But I like it. Keep executing. Keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season that you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UConn going back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's taking a deep shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. UConn will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To the air on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.